Hi, if you want to play Witcher 3 on your computer, do not fall for what they tell you on minimum system requirements. I'm going to show you what this computer has. It is a Dell Optiplex 790. Now this has a Core i3 with a 3.1 gigahertz processor. Now this does have a AMD Radeon R5 430 graphics card. This graphics card can be found on eBay and Amazon for under $20. I bought ours, I believe it was like 12 bucks. This has the generic monitor, is connected to the TV. We do have a generic Xbox PDP wired controller, Crimson Red. Now if you're going to play games on your computer, Xbox controllers pick up much easier, or generic Xbox for PC picks up much easier than your generic PS4 controller or anything else. So I'm going to show you the specs of this computer. Then I'm going to show you how to activate a trainer, basically a cheat, and I'm going to show you how to find the right cheat for yourself. What version of cheats and how to look for them. And of course Midnight's in the way here. Now remember, this is a Core i3. Alright. Midnight wants attention. This is on Windows 7. I have Windows 7 Ultimate with Service Pack 1. Now here it even says i3 2100 CPU, 3.1 gigahertz. Now I do have 8 gigabytes of RAM installed. If you look at the Witcher minimum system requirements, they recommend the minimum is 6. Midnight, what do you want? What do you want? Let's go for the minimum system requirements for the Witcher 3 game for PC. Midnight gets out of the way. Alright, I've looked on a couple places. Minimum requirements: Windows 7 or 8 64-bit or higher, Windows 10 it will play on. Processor, Intel Core i5 2500K or AMD Phenom 2 X4 940, and 6 gigs of RAM. Now they recommend a NVIDIA GeForce GTX 660 or AMD Radeon HD 7870. And if you look up those graphics cards, they're very expensive. They're not cheap. Now, DirectX 11, storage, blah blah blah, all this other stuff. Now the recommended requirements on this: Windows 10, i7 processor, 3770 or AMD FX 8350, 8 gigabytes of RAM, of course the graphics card, GeForce GTX 770 or AMD Radeon R9 2900, or excuse me, 290. I keep messing up here. I'm a little bit close. Alright, right here, another source: Witcher 3 Wild Hunt minimum system requirements. CPU Core i5, blah blah blah, 3.3 gigahertz, AMD Phenom, blah blah blah, 6 gigs of RAM, the GeForce card, AMD GPU Radeon. Okay, we do not have that card. We do not have this processor. This is an i3 with a cheap, I believe it was $12 when I bought our card, graphics card installed. Now, can you play Witcher 3 on this system? And let's go close this. Yes, you can. Now, my girlfriend does have it for her PS4. Now, I want you to understand, if you're playing on a computer with the low-end specs like this, you're not going to get full speed out of this game. It is very playable, though. So My girlfriend literally has been playing this game for the past couple days. She has been off work. Today's her first day back. She ended up going to the hospital again. She passed another kidney stone, which was really rough on her, so she had to take a few days off of work. And she started feeling better, and so she's been playing The Witcher 3 on this computer. Because the trainer is cheats. Now, I have found a lot of trainers that do not work, or they don't want to turn on, or it's just hard to get them to work. I'm going to show you the trainer, and I'm going to show you how to turn these trainers on and use the codes. First, how do you know what trainer to look for? You need to know what version of the game you have. Once your game is installed, right click, you'll see this list coming up. Properties, open file location, then go down here where it says Witcher 3, and it'll tell you the version, the file version. Let's go over this again in case you missed it. Once your game is installed, right here, right click, the list comes up, go to properties, open file location, then this list will come up. This is the game. Go over here, just put your mouse over it. That is the file version right there. So she has file version 3.0.9.64944. Okay, you only need to worry about the three numbers, 3.0.9. So I can close this, and okay. Now, the trainer. This is trainer V1.0 to V1.32 plus trainer. If you go down here, it goes to V1.32. She does have other trainers that I have found that are different than this one, that work in the same way. They're newer versions. But for her version of the game, this is the one we're going with. Alright, you will see this come up. Now, if you try to start any of this stuff, it's not going to start. You have to have the game running. And this trainer is version 1.0 slash version 1.32 plus 22 trainer. And it's on English. Now, when you use this trainer, the thing is, if you use infinite gold, to get that, you actually have to sell an item. Once you sell an item, your gold will show up. Infinite health works. All this works. She uses infinite health, one hit kill. She did put infinite gold. She put infinite skill points, infinite potions and bombs. But to do that, you actually have to build your bombs and get your potions. But once you get them, you can use them like forever. How do we get this to start? Now down here it says General Notes. Press Control, Shift, and Home to disable and enable hotkeys. Basically enable the trainer. It doesn't work. Number 1 doesn't work. Number 2 doesn't work. None of this really works. We lucked out one time and got one trainer to work using that method right there they say use. Alright, you don't need to go through all that. I'm fixing to show you the easiest, simplest way to get these to work on your game. Open your trainer, start your game. Let's see, it is right here. Don't do anything with your trainer yet. Just start your game. And it does take a minute to load up on his computer. Blah, 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 yes. And we do have the controller. The controller does work. Now, you will see this come up. This is where you need to be. You can use your mouse for this. It's really simple to do. I'm going to show you exactly how to get those codes to work. And this says The Witcher Wild Hunt V1.31. Very simple. Go to Options. Go to Video. Then Graphics. Right here where your screen size is, lower this down. Then hit Back. Don't worry about this. Midnight Quit Like a May. Hit Enter or OK. You want to keep that. Now, go to your trainer if you can. Here's the thing. You're not going to be able to go to your trainer. Watch the mouse. It's not going to go anywhere. You cannot escape that page. Or the game, should I say. Alright, here's how you do this. Hit your Windows key. You'll see Windows stuff come up. Don't worry about that. You don't need that. Now your mouse can go wherever you want to go. Infinite Health. One hit kill. Ow, Midnight's biting me. Infinite Gold. Infinite Potions. Infinite Skill Points. Then leave that open. Sorry about that. It's our TV. Our TV does that. Yours will not. It's our TV. Minimize this right here. The blanking out is our TV. Then go back to Options. Go back to Video. Graphics. And then re-enlarge it. Then go back. See right there, I re-enlarged it. Right where it says Resolution. You turn it all the way back. First you turn it down under Resolution. Right there, Resolution. First I turned it down. That shrunk the screen. Now I'm turning it back all the way up. And I would put this on low or medium, not high or ultra. Then hit back and watch this. Okay. Now the game's ready to load. It's ready to play. I have to remember what keys are what on here. Yeah. You can see the picture is large again. See, I'm not used to playing this game. This is her game. She plays it. But the reason she's playing it on here is because she can't get cheats for her PS4 game. Now that's loading. Now it does take a couple minutes here to load up. But you can see it is loading. Now look at her life bar. Now I want to bring up menu. Wrong one. Resume. I think it's start button. Yes, start button is this menu. Look at her goal. Now they do not have a code for level, but damn it. I'm not used to using this. Character. Points available, 99. Once you fill in all this stuff, it upgrades your weapons and things like that. Yeah. She's got all this stuff filled in. Once you fill your stuff in, your points run down. All you have to do is exit the screen, then step a couple feet, literally, on the game, and then bring this screen back up, and you will have 99 points again. So you can fill all this stuff in. Let's see. Back. Now, she does have one-hit kill on here, so it will kill anything in one hit. She has fought the Griffin, fought enemies. Now, let's go to this again so I can show you. On the controller at start. Look at the goal. Go to character. Points available, 99. She filled all this stuff in. She has stuff added over here. And if you go up here, let's see. I'm not exactly sure how to do all this. Right here, all this is filled in. All this is filled in. See that? So that's the easy way to get your cheat codes working. Alright. Now I have to go back and I have to exit this game. Which is, I believe, start. No, select. She has been playing this game literally for hours. Exit. Yeah, okay. Now you can see down here the trainer is still going. But since I exited the game, everything is turned off once again. So that's how you easily get these trainers to work. 99% of the time, if you can shrink your screen to where you can get to the trainer, to do that, once the game is running, shrink your screen down, hit your Windows key, that way your mouse is released from the game itself, and then you can go to the trainer and turn stuff on. Then just minimize it, or just bring the screen back up, the game, and then re-enlarge your screen on your game. Very simple. We tried various trainers, where some said you had to hit the home key, some said you had the F1 key to turn the trainer on, and hardly any of those worked. And I'm like, you know what? I bet I can get this trainer to work without pressing all these damn keys. This is the easiest way to do it. This is the easiest way to play Witcher 3 Wild Hunt with cheats on your computer. Now remember, your computer, I'm going to close this, I'm going to go over this again real quick, are specs. Do not believe the specs they're telling you that it takes to play this game. A lot of other games, such as Tales of Arise, will play on this machine like it is, without an issue. Yes, it is a little bit slower, but very playable. A little bit slower than something like your PlayStation 4 game, but it is very playable. Now, this computer has, once again, a cheap AMD Radeon R5 430 card. This is a small form factor. That was the best card I could find. Now the card is the 2 gigabyte, not the 1 gig. With the memory on the card is 2. There's just a TV generic monitor. the PDP wired controller for Xbox One Crimson Red. You don't have to have this type of controller. As long as it's like some form of Xbox controller that will work with your PC, that's what I advise. Once again, we have Core i3, 2100 CPU at 3.10 gigahertz. Now, we do have 8 gigabytes of RAM. Okay? That does help getting your games to play better, is having a little bit extra RAM. So, if you're looking at this going, can I play Witcher 3 Wild Hunt? And you see minimum specs or system requirements, Windows 7 or 8 or higher, an Intel Core i5 2500K, or AMD Phenon 2 X4 940, that is wrong. You can play this game on an i3 as long as it has the certain gigahertz, I believe it's called. Let's see. Yes, 3.1 gigahertz is what we have. And like I said, you don't even need a graphics card this large. The graphics card in here is a cheap $12, $15 graphics card. I can't remember if it's $12 or $14, but it was really super cheap. So, can you play Witcher 3 on here with cheats? This is just a regular Optiplex 790. I don't know if you can see that. With a Core i3. And a cheap AMD Radeon R5 430 graphics card. And I think she's at level 21, maybe something like that. I don't remember what level she was at. But there's no codes for level up. But with your skill points, your weapons get stronger, armor gets stronger, magic gets stronger. And if you use one hit kill, oh, you can kill literally anything with one hit. Now understand, this is not the best computer for playing games like this on. It is a low-end computer. Now, once in a blue moon, after she plays for like 8 hours, the game itself may shut off. I did figure out that has a lot to do with the trainer being on. But since Witcher 3 saves like every 10 minutes, auto saves, and I always tell her, anytime you can save and save often, in case like the power goes out or something like that. So yeah, it will shut down the game once in a blue moon, and you just restart the game and it plays just fine. But you have to restart your trainer if you want to use your trainer. But other than that, I mean, she plays this thing, she has played this for days with the trainer. Anyway, that's it. I'm fixing to go. This is 30 minutes long. I do apologize. But remember, you do not have to have such a high-end computer. We have an Intel Core i3 2100 CPU, 3.10 gigahertz, with a cheap AMD Radeon R5 430 graphics card on Windows 7. And it does play. It is very, very playable. Will it be as fast or smooth as on a PS4 or a very high-end computer? No. But you're not paying for a very high-end computer if you have a computer like this. And I do have 8 gigabytes of RAM. Now, take that into account however you want. If you buy the graphics card and you have the CPU, and it's running just a little bit too slow or not catching up or keeping up, if you don't have 8 gigabytes of RAM, say you have 4, I would not try this with 4. It will not play correctly. Upgrade your RAM. It's a cheap upgrade. Cheaper than replacing your computer. Just to play like Witcher 3. Alright, that's it. I apologize. This is a very long video. Anyway, this is Windows 7 playing Witcher 3 with a Intel Core i3 processor and a very cheap $12, $14, $16 graphics card off of eBay. Alright, that's it. Everyone have a good day. Bye.